Welcome to one of English football's red-letter days. Arsenal versus Manchester United will always be a major date on the footballing calendar. There might have been a shift in the bigger picture and indeed the power balance since the days when both these teams were perennial winners. But one thing remains unchanged. They cannot stand losing to each other. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Genuinely a heavyweight contest. North against South, London against Manchester. It is tribal.
You can always count on there being something dramatic happening when these two come together. But there have been a fair share of grinds too. I'm expecting both sides to try and maximise their attacking threat, because when you look back over the years, the potency has been the big factor with these two teams, and always a hard one to call, but never far from exciting.
We're up and running then. Potw going after that. And no, that was never going to make it. And here's Potw. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Neymar. And here's Potw. Now that looks a decent ball. Nedved producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Quarter of an hour played. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Cruyff. Played into space. Manchester United
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Seedorf has quite the footballing brain. He's had a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. Getting up there! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
"30 minutes gone. Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
Manchester United have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
No, he's not getting past him there. Dembele. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's found a way through.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Yaya Toure. Now that's well seen too. Van Dijk cuts it out. And it's Cruyff. Oh, sweet feet. Yaya Toure conjures time and space where few can. Roberto Carlos.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Yaya Toure. Beckenbauer is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Played in by Potw. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Cruyff. And that is the end of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. Away we go again.
Manchester United have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Thuram, done delicately. Oh, there's the clearance. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Beckenbauer. And it's Nedved. Nedved cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Tries a shot! Not a bad try by any means. Manchester United have their second corner now. Keeper's dealt with that. Hullet. And now a sudden chance to counter. Ball is over the line. And a header! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Hullet carries the ball down the right. Cruyff. Oh, that's a fine interception. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Well timed, excellent interception. Baresi. Cruyff. And here's Hullet, looking for the run. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Nedved, looking to play him in. Spread to the right. Oh, that's well spotted. Cruyff running with intent. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Nedved. Neymar. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Seedorf. And here's Eto. Oh, well played. Cleared without hesitation.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's there to clear it. And it's Bale.
That's good play from him.
And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's been caught napping. That's going to go a long way.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Bale. Bale gets flagged offside.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Can he get it through? And this is Bale. They'll have to settle for that. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, that really did fly by. It's one of these games where everything progresses at 100 miles per hour, and at the end of it, this is what you can sometimes get. There may have been no winner, but still a tremendous watch.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Manchester United going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again. Who is going to come out on top this time? Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So bring it on.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a game where the two key words are pride and courage, Peter. Pride in that you have to be prepared to fight for everything, and courage to be daring, to stand up and to commit yourself.
There's the whistle. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict.
Well, having experience of games like this, Peter, getting the balance right between aggression and discipline is always key. Yeah, of course, you want to make your presence felt, but not for the...
Neymar! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Oh, that's well spotted. Looking for options for movement. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi chasing after it. And it's Neymar. Seedorf. Oh, well played. Maldini getting this one clear. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Messi. Schneider. So it is still 0-0. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Neymar. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Messi makes a dash for it. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Thuram cuts out the pass. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And this is Bale. Azar, a player who needs no introduction. Nicely weighted ball. He's having a pop! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher. Manchester really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
That's a cute ball. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And it's Messi. Rummenigge. Chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous. This is the time you need that pace.
Beckenbauer is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And this is Neymar. Neymar really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Cannavaro. And that is the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. So right back into the action.
Manchester United have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Seedorf is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the through ball. Rummenigge. Messi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nil-nil still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. And here's Eto'o. And that pass just didn't quite work. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Pressing high and with purpose. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Cannavaro is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
And it's Messi. Baresi. And here's Messi. And that's... Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
So we have movement on both benches.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Manchester United perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And the counter is on. Dink through, or good take in a good area. He's having a shot!
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Thuram, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that is a little undercooked.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Beckenbauer. Beckham. And the shot's on here. And he shoots! And he has kept it out somehow.
Ronaldinho really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Oh, nicely intercepted.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Pele. And this is Messi. And that'll be the end of that. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it, and, you know, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome, I don't think would have been fair.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. And we're underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Gullit going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Now, what about this cross? And it's Gullit. Good effort from distance. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Potw goes short. Back in once more. Tries to pass it through. Tries a shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. That was easy. Almost too easy.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Araujo calmly anticipates. Rummenigge goes looking wide. Neymar. And a chance! Oh, this looks sharp. And the counter is on.
Manchester United are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Well, they've got it again. O'Shea is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Oh, just skips past his man. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar driving on and making good progress. And here's shoots! It's a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, that's clever. Maldini clears it away, and they're quick to get it back. Neymar. Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And it's Neymar. Rummenigge. And this is Hullet. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Can he finish? It's in! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team,
And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat. And all of a sudden, things are looking pretty rosy. The midway point of the game.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
Manchester United are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And we get things going again. Neymar. Can he get on the end of this?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Cruyff. Hullet. Nesta cuts out the pass. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Rummenigge. Now, what about a counter-attack? In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Neymar just eases him off the ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Maldini, always a very imposing presence at the back. Can he get it through? Now that's well seen too. They're back in possession and ready to go again. He's shifting through the gears here. That's good running with the ball.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Nicely shaped ball. Oh, well played, well played. And that is well cleared.
Manchester United really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Looking for options for movement. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Seedorf wins the duel this time. Now, can they get him away? Rummenigge is wide and looking to get onto this. Ibrahimovic going after that. Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, this is intriguing.
And it's Vieira. And it's made its way to him. Oh, facing up. He'll try from distance. Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Driving forward. And he's there to clear it.
Manchester United really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And time is up. Manchester United have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Rummenigge picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
Well, what we've seen is a team that
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Pass somewhat off target. Looking to play him in. Costa Curta. Taken back almost at once. Rummenigge. That's an imaginative pass. Desai promptly onto that, and that is that. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Rummenigge going about things with real menace. Well, that has not gone well. Can he get it through? Messi gets into a good position. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Manchester United still without a single shot on target. Now, tries a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking for a runner. Floated through. He has found the way through. Hullet. Look at the space here. And it's been hooked away. And that's been won straight back. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Good ball. Shot a goal! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
No surprise there. Can't be hesitant in those moments, Peter. Just allowed the defence to regroup and stop the attack.
Neymar, very much a man of this moment. Neymar. It's a threatening ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Neymar gets over and intercepts. Now it's Messi. And they can counter here. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Baresi can clear it away. And it's Neymar. Costa Curta cannot be beaten that easily. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Messi. Played in. And that's the keeper's ball. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. I've beautifully policed that.
That's it, 45 minutes up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So between them, no goals at all so far.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. So the action resumes. So neither side has yet broken through. Oh, that's fabulous. Drills one in. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Now it's Cruyff. He is through here. That is a brilliant interception. Messi did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Tries a measured ball. Maldini cuts it out. And he's picked it up out wide. Can he finish? Oh, off the bar. Place it in low.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Out of play for a throw. Pullet might just make this.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Now it's Mbappe. Bale. Kaka conjures time and space where few can. Played into space. That's good vision. No, he's just misjudged that one. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And he's been shifted off it. And that should get the job done.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Ronaldinho finding himself in space. Seedorf tries to play it through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Seedorf distributed tidily.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And this is Beckham. And that interception was decent chance! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. So we have movement on both benches. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, no, he's got that wrong. Potw being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Takes aim and crosses. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Just eases him off the ball. Seedorf gets flagged offside.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Best quietly revving up. And that has been knocked clear. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Ambitious ball here.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's on it. Can he get away? He's having a shot! And he can thump it away. And that's it. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
And this is Neymar. Beckham with the cross. Now, can they get him away? That's been cut out, well played. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I don't think I've ever seen a defender, let alone any player, make such a meteoric rise in the manner De Ligt did, Peter. Just absolutely phenomenal. A player way ahead of his years, and his composure and confidence is like that of a seasoned veteran.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. And this is Shevchenko. Cross goes in there. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Neymar. Mbappe. And this is Ibrahimovic. And it's made... Mbappe! Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! The first significant strike. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Afghanistan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Beckham. Now that looks a decent ball. Nesta calmly anticipates. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And it's Neymar! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Beckenbauer is the team's great visionary. And here's Mbappe. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Now it's Mbappe. Neymar. He is just caressing the ball. That's a decent clearance. And he's there to get it away. And claimed it back swiftly. And it's Cruyff. And that's a dangerous ball. Seedorf. Potw, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Mbappe! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Potw. Mateus. There will be a throw-in. Thuram. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Potw. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Mbappe. Not the most accurate pass. Manchester United are 1 up and looking surprisingly comfortable. And it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Beckham. Mateus. Now it's Shevchenko. Beckenbauer does really well to win the ball there. Mateus cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Some really good ball movement. Well timed, excellent interception.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And he was quick to react. And that is the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Manchester United just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Manchester United with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Manchester United shot a goal! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
White. And De Ligt. Potw. Beckham. White is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cruyff. Neymar. Beckenbauer. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now Mbappe. Now it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a full... There's the shot! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Ibrahimovic is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's the throw. Cruyff has a look and plays it forward. Manchester United are still that goal to the good. Beckham.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and
Towering header!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Beckenbauer. That's good running with the ball. Now it's Cruyff. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Wow, look who's involved.
Now it's and the shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. Neymar with the short one. They want to be quick to recover this. And now a sudden chance to counter. Aimed beyond the defence. Well seen, saw that coming. Now it's Neymar. And this is Shevchenko. Maldini can clear it away. What a throw in. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Seedorf is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Cruyff going face-to-face with his great rival. Beckham. Cruyff.
Manchester United have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Beckham. And no, that was never going to make it. Beckenbauer. Now it's Mbappe. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Manchester United clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now it's Mbappe. Thuram. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, nice touch. And it's Beckham. Now it's Neymar. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Mbappe gets into a good position. Oh, he's been caught napping! And this is Cruyff. Cruyff! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Neymar. Pass is coming off in quick succession. Can he finish? And he has kicked it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Cruyff. Now it's Beckham. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Afghanistan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And that's a nicely shaped ball. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Manchester United honestly could have done themselves a real favour.